Hello Mzansi and welcome to Hot Mzansi. The life of Senzo has come under international scrutiny through the streaming service Netflix. A documentary about his life, death and the court case that South Africa has been following for years has been shown. Senzo and 6 other people met at the home of Kelly Khumalo's mother in Gauteng for a peaceful Sunday meal and a soccer game. Meyiwa's girlfriend at the time was Kelly Khumalo. In many ways, Kelly has been the victim of a system of abuse that exists among men in South Africa. When intruders broke into Kelly Khumalo's home and shot Senzo to death, it was thought to be an accident. The day started with a happy mood. In the wake of Senzo's death, Kelly was given the cold shoulder by fans in the country who thought she was to blame for his death, which the court quickly disapproved. However, Kelly's love life has been the subject of a lot of debate because either her lovers died too soon or they made bad decisions in their careers. It doesn't matter which way you look at it, she has been unfairly blamed for every failed relationship that she has been involved in. Kelly was born on the 11th of November 1984 in Gauteng, and she was raised in Spruitville, which is in the city. When she was a child, she began to sing gospel. Kelly would give her first performance in front of a crowd of 30,000. At the time, Kelly Khumalo was dating a manager, and this was her first well-known relationship. The two had a quick romance, or so the public thought, in 2007. Kelly and her manager had a good start to their relationship, but soon it was found out that her manager was cheating on her with a waitress from Mpumalanga. The stress caused Kelly, who was pregnant at the time, to miscarry. It was heartbreaking for her family. After they broke up, her manager would die in the hospital after complaining about having a fever for a few days. Kelly then met her next boyfriend. Soon after that, Kelly met rapper Jub in the late 2000s. Soon after, the two started dating. During this time, she had her firstborn son, Christian, who was born in 2010. They started living together. Kelly's relationship with Jub was very difficult, as Jub was physically and sexually abusing her. By now, she had already made a name for herself in the music industry. When Jub was sentenced to 25 years in prison in 2012 for killing 4 school children, the public didn't pay much attention. They kept supporting him until he was sentenced in 2012. After Jub was freed in 2017, he kept fighting with Khumalo. When Mac G was interviewed on Podcast and Chill early this year, he said Amanda Pont had used traditional medicines to get him to break up with her. The good news is that for the first time, Khumalo was properly defended by the media and the public. They told her story and stood by her. We saw Meyiwa and Khumalo's love for each other, even though there were a lot of fights. Because Senzo was married at the time, the romance was shrouded in scandal. The two ended up having a beautiful daughter together, and they even lived together. Kelly has also revealed that at the time she thought that Senzo would leave his wife. The Meyiwa family didn't like Khumalo because they didn't like that he was still seeing her. After the soccer player died, she was even turned away from his funeral in 2014. In 2018, Kelly would fall in love with another musician, Chada Don. A music video shoot for Mansoor brought the two of them together. Mansoor would be captivated by her beauty. When he and Khumalo met, the internet thought they were a weird match. They even got each other's initials tattooed on their bodies. People in South Africa could now see her in a new way because of this relationship. There was never a wedding between them, and she said that marrying Mansoor might have been the worst thing she would have ever done because he was so self-conscious about his looks. Kelly and Mansoor recently broke up, and it looks like Kelly Khumalo is more concerned with taking care of her kids than she was before. Even though Kelly has had a lot of love, she has also been abused by men in South Africa. Is Kelly going to find a Prince Charming at some point in time?